Okay folks, first thing I want to say before we get started with this video is I am not a blacksmith, don't pretend to be a blacksmith, wish I was, and I do intend to learn. One of the things that I have been wanting to do for the off-grid cabin for a while now is I've been wanting to make a tripod for the fire pit in front of the cabin. So today I am making a very crude elementary attempt to do some blacksmithing. So let me show you what I got and what my intentions are to do. Believe it or not, this is my forge. It's an old charcoal grill that is pretty well burned up anyway. And what I'm doing is I'm heating the ends of this rebar. And I'm going to attempt to bend a loop into the end of each one of these pieces of rebar. The three pieces you see here. That will be the three legs of the tripod I'm getting ready to make. So stay tuned on this and we'll show you how it goes. As you can see, I've got a good fire going. It's doing a good job. So hopefully it'll be hot enough to get this rebar glowing red and we'll be able to make the bends pretty easy. Okay, I've got the ends of these cherry red. I'm getting ready to pull one out. I'm going to take it to the trailer hitch my truck and I'm going to try to bend a loop in it. So let's see how it goes. Alright, another loop, now one more. Alright, there's the third one. The last thing I've got to do now is bend or heat up the piece of rebar I'm going to use to make the loop that will tie these together. So let's get that done. I know what we're doing here is a very, very crude way of blacksmithing, I guess you would say. When you don't have the right stuff, sometimes you have to improvise. And in this case, you know, I've taken what I did have and I'm making it work. So, you know, sometimes that's the hardest part, is having the stuff to do the job right in the first place. And you know, I don't have a forge, I don't have an anvil. I'm working on getting some of that stuff, but I don't have one. So right now, I'm using what I got. It's a very crude way of bending the rebar, but it works. And all it is an extension that came off of a basket that went on the back of a four-wheeler on its hitch. So I'm basically taking that and I'm using it to bend my rebar. Like I said, it's very primitive, but it works. And as long as it works, that's really all that matters, isn't it? Okay, we got one more bend to make. This is going to be a long bend. I want it to curve around pretty good. Lace these on here like so. We can get this out of here. These laced on. And now I can take my hammer beat that around like so. All right. Okay, here goes the final bend, and it's going to be simply a hook. Like so. Now, in just a minute, I'll show you the tripod as it's assembled. Okay, the wind is really kicking out here. Hopefully you can hear me okay. This is the final stage of this little project. And right here, this item right here, the grill, for most people will probably be the most expensive thing you'll have to get if you don't already have one. Luckily, I already had one. I would rather it been round, but I'll take what I got because it's free, because I already had it. But you will need a grill or grid to finish off this project, and these can be pretty expensive if you're not careful where you purchase them. The first thing we're going to do, we're going to have 4 pieces of chain. Most likely you will just need 3 if your grid or grill is round. You're going to need some type of clip to attach it to a ring, and you're going to need some type of link to attach the chains to the grid itself. So let's do this real quick. So on this side, slide the chain on here, slide this on the grill like so. Take a pair of channel locks. Probably a hammer would be best, but considering where I'm working, I'll use this right here. So there's the first chain on. Take our next link, slide the chain on, slide the link onto our grill, take our channel locks, I'm gonna make you all watch me do everyone. Alright, and the next thing we do after this is we take our links, our chain on, attach that to that, tighten a little thumb nut down, do the next one the same way. Thumb nut down. One last one. Alright, as you can see, grill supported. We will go take this to the tripod. So, meet you over at the tripod. Okay. Here we are at the tripod with the finished product. Now, as you can see, with these links, the height of your grid, your grill, is going to be completely adjustable. You can go as high or almost as low as you like to go. is this a crude project? Is this, you know, are these bins crude? Yeah, they're crude. I'm not gonna kid you. But in the end, is this gonna work to cook over a campfire? And the answer to that is yes, it will work. And, you know, like I said in the disclaimer, I don't pretend to be a blacksmith. I'm just learning, having fun in the process, and hopefully, maybe, inspired you just a little bit. Give it a try yourself. It's a lot of fun. I've enjoyed this project, and have a very, very minimum amount of money invested in it. This is one 20-foot piece of rebar. I had them cut at the hardware store in 3 6-foot increments, and of course I had one 2-foot piece left over. That's what I made my hook out of. The grid or grill I already had. The chain I purchased locally at the hardware store. I think it was like 79 cents a foot, and I ended up with about 12-foot total of it. And the links, they were just a few cents. They weren't bad. But this is the end product. This will work really well in the fire pit, up at the off-grid cabin, or in all honesty, anywhere I want to take it. Folks, I appreciate you watching, and we'll see you on down the trail.